Men are disturbed not by things, but the principles and notions which they form concerning things. The life of Epictetus was one marked by hardship from the very beginning. Born into slavery, his existence took a turn when his leg was broken by his master. Once freed, he spent the next 25 years pursuing his calling, only to find himself exiled and in poverty once his practice was outlawed by the dictator in charge. Epictetus lived in turmoil, and his life was far from easy and was anything but tranquil and predictable. But despite adversity, Epictetus had everything he needed. According to a student that wrote down his teachings, it is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them. This concept forms a fundamental pillar of Stoicism, a philosophical school established by Zeno in Athens. Many of its teachings, including this one, continue to resonate and influence our world even today. In the face of adversity and challenge, be it war, pandemic, health issues, or financial troubles, the Stoics assert that we can still thrive. Stoicism was a school that built for adversity and sought to give people a guide to a good life when the world may be turbulent and troubled. Here are the main learnings the Stoics offer in uncertain times. Recognize what you can and can't control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Identifying what is beyond our control, known as externals, is crucial. These externals encompass everything except our thoughts, choices, and actions. Stoics urge individuals to acknowledge that they have no control over certain aspects of life, preventing unnecessary distress. For example, you can choose to eat healthily and exercise, which are your choices, but you cannot prevent all health issues. Accepting this reality and a change in perspective of control will help in avoiding disappointment. As unfortunate and distressed certain parts of life are, they are only this way because of our judgment towards them, and because we can't control these externals, there is no use to feeling distraught over them. According to the Stoics, none of these indifferents are necessary to our happiness. All that matters is how we conduct ourselves. You can always choose how to respond. To be lucky all this time and to go through life without mental distress is to remain ignorant of half of the natural world. The second pillar, accepting circumstances outside of our control, doesn't mean to be passive, because you're always in control of yourself. Stoics advocated to responding to life's challenges with qualities such as justice, self-control, and reason, and acknowledging that natural emotions like anger and grief may arise. They discouraged indulging in extreme passions that often become too attached to uncontrollable outcomes. It's your ability to control your response, even in difficult situations, that empower you. See every challenge as a learning opportunity. A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. It's possible to remain calm in the face of a dire situation, but the challenges that we face are a way for us to learn about how to be calm, and that we should welcome adversity. Stoics believe that facing challenges is how we learn to maintain composure. Challenges can even be seen as signs of favor, as they are tests and strengthen our character. Embracing life's uncertainties and understanding that even dire circumstances hold valuable lessons. Life is full of unpredictability, as well as the outcomes, even in the worst of circumstances, can provide some good for us in the end. Remember that change and loss are both constants. Is someone afraid of change? Well, what can never come to be without change? Stoicism teaches that change, loss, and hardship are inherited parts of life. Marcus Aurelius highlighted that change is necessary of every aspect in life, emphasizing that we must accept and adapt to it, that change is inevitable. Whether it is in or out of your control, there will always be change in our life. So rather than dread or fear it, that we should remember that both change and loss are a part of life and to accept it. Preparing for the worst. Rehearse them in your mind. Exile, torture, war, shipwreck. All the terms of our human lot should be before our eyes. Instead of denying the possibility of adverse events, Stoics encourage preparing for them. A proactive approach involves considering the worst-case scenarios and being emotionally and practically ready to face them. This practice of pre-mortem can help alleviate future disappointment and grander standards in reality. Don't worry about the future. Do not let the future trouble you. you will come top it, if that is what you must possess of the same reason that you apply now to the present. While it's essential to plan for the future, Stoics advise against excessive worry. They emphasize focusing on the present moment, practicing gratitude for what one currently possesses, and maintaining confidence in one's ability to handle whatever circumstances arise. Instead of worrying about the future, we should appreciate what we have right now and not focus on what we would like to have or want to avoid in the future. Keep it to the simple facts. Do not elaborate to yourself beyond what your initial impression reports. Stoics discourage making assumptions beyond initial impressions. Avoid overanalyzing situations. Making assumptions greatly overdramatizes the situation and generates a misunderstanding that serves no clarification or purpose. Help others and ask for help. Sympathize with someone who is upset, but do not commiserate with your whole heart and soul. Stoicism places importance on helping others and being just in our interactions. However, it also cautioned against becoming excessively emotionally entangled in others' suffering. Asking for one's help when needed was encouraged as a means of fulfilling one's obligations to society. There is an emphasis that the main goal in life is to excel at being human. Human nature was thought to be social, and that justice included extending our obligations to others. Helping others was important, but also guarding against adopting someone else's anger or grief. Sympathizing was important, but we should not empathize to the point where it also consumes us. Don't ignore your difficult feelings. It's better to conquer our grief than to deceive it. Stoics acknowledge that negative emotions, like grief, might arise, but they advocated facing and processing these emotions rather than attempting to numb or avoid them. Stoics argued that we shouldn't try to cheat feelings like sadness or anger. Taking a vacation or throwing yourself into a distraction only drives them away temporarily. When these difficult feelings do return, they come back even stronger. In modern day, it's often advised to feel your feelings, process them, and talk about them. Remember that this too shall pass. The whole of present time is a pinprick of eternity. Lastly, Stoicism encourages adopting a broader perspective on life. Marcus Aurelius recommended visualizing oneself as a small part of a vast timeline of history, reminding us that even in the most challenging of moments are fleeting in the grand scheme of things, so that our lives and our problems that we endure, as important as they might be, in the grand scheme of things, they are not. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom for navigating life's uncertainties and challenges, all while emphasizing the importance of controlling our responses, embracing change, and maintaining perspective. Stoicism continues to resonate with people in the modern world. Its enduring appeal lies in its timeless teachings that offer practical guidance on how to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. Despite the passage of centuries, Stoicism's core principles remain relevant and applicable to the challenges of today's world. By applying Stoic principles to our lives, we can find solace, purpose, and resilience in an ever-changing world, making Stoicism a timeless philosophy for today and the future. Hey there, if you enjoyed this video and want to expand your mind, please feel free to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking videos. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.